Hameen Media Group. Big Ray Hernandez. The Vet Jamie Williams. This is your Next Level Wrestling Review. And we are NXT. Oh boy. What a glorious. What a fantastic week it's been. The Mets go down. They get destroyed. They get eliminated. They are gone. No more hearing the fucking trumpet. Nobody cares. Nobody's seeing Mr. Met and his stupid lesbian partner, Mrs. Met, running around the field, scaring children. It's just beautiful, man. Oh, polar bears swinging and missing at everything. One guy with a freaking blue eye and a guy with a brown eye. Same guy. Weirdo. It's over. Ladies and gentlemen, last night the New York Yankees defeated the Cleveland Indians. The Guardians. That was actually a shoot. Defeating Cleveland Guardians 4-1. I am fucking excited, but not as excited as I am to announce my 4-time was 5-time. Might be 5-time. Indian leg wrestling champion. Yeah, that is a thing. We'll talk about that in a second. If I do this one more time, I'm gonna fucking fire myself. The Vet. He's a Rip Rogers guy. The Vet. Rip Rogers guy. Ladies and gentlemen, he'll lay on his back on his twin-size bed, and your butt will face his butt, and he will wrestle your legs. That's how it's done, right? Anyway, I don't know if Rip Rogers taught leg wrestling, Indian leg wrestling in OVW, but he is a Rip Rogers guy. The Vet Jamie Williams. What's going on, Vet?
Good morning, Ray.
Hi.
Yeah, so what's going on, Yankees, huh?
Bro.
Yankees. This is unfortunate. I have unfortunate news though, Ray.
Oh shit.
Of course, for a brief period of time, this is going to make us enemies with Lisbeth.
Yeah, I know. It's just the first game. Let me tell you something, brother. Hold on. Let me tell you something, sister. 3
eye roll emojis.
See, right now, I left Vito alone. Just so you know that, Vet. You know, I don't know if you noticed that he's had a really tough, like 2-3 weeks with the freaking hurricane and all that shit. So how am I gonna fucking jump on him so that he he lost his car.
Unrelated?
No, he lost his car. He was forced to go to work, allegedly, and a fucking tree flew and broke his car. Totaled. And the car he likes a lot, the Beamer. The Beamer, Ray. The Beamer's gone. Fuck. That was the voicemail. That was the voicemail. Right? Fuck, man. The Beamer. The Beamer's gone. I'm like, what? Who's Beamer? Anyway. So yeah, he lost the Beamer. God rest the Beamer's soul. Anyway, it was insured, so he'll be searching for another big Vito mobile coming up soon.
That's a BMW.
Yes,
Aaron Ben Shlomo.
a Beamer. He's like, we do not have this Beamer in Israel. How was your holiday, Aaron Ben Shlomo? Was it great? Were you forgiven of all sins? That's what happens, right, Bet? Yom Kippur, man. It's like the big one. Yes, boy. So, anywho, fucking great, man. MLB season is finished. Obviously, we started the playoffs. Wildcard Series is over. My God, bunch of big upsets, Vet. Is that a work too?
I don't know. Maybe.
Is it? You think it'll be really hard to work baseball?
It may be trickier than some other sports.
I think it's pretty much impossible to work a baseball game. That shit is hard to do.
Right. Well, I mean, like think of how many times in your life you've been watching baseball, pretty much your whole life, right?
Probably since I was 10, 9 years old, 9, 10.
So think of how many times in big games that a guy went down looking. Then you have to ask yourself.
Oh, stop! Come
well,
on,
I'm just saying, but not every time. But if you start looking at it from a conspiracy point of view,
of course,
then a lot of things just make you question. You know,
I guess. But anyway, we had the San Diego Padres who took the New York Mets out. Mets were supposed to win the World Series this year. It's supposed to be Houston and the Mets. Well, that ain't happening. The Guardians. Let me see. The Guardians. I was actually shocked the Guardians got past the Devil Rays or the Rays, whatever the fuck they're called. Were you shocked by that?
No.
Really?
No, because I'm not following baseball. I just can't.
Shit. Okay.
I can't.
So then I'll just break this down. So long story short, we had the Philadelphia Phillies take out the St. Louis Cardinals. I was actually shocked about that moving forward. And then, the glorious day. What was it? Was it Sunday? It was Sunday when the Mets lost 6-0. And then they go to the mound. You have Buck Showalter. Now, Vet, do you remember when Buck Showalter used to manage the New York Yankees?
When was that?
I think it was right before Joe Torre. So I think he managed the Yankees.
Late 80s, early 90s?
93, if I'm correct. 93 to about 1990. No, maybe before that. I think late 80s. I think he took over for it was Stump Merrill. Stump Merrill. Do you remember that guy? Anyway. So Buck Showalter, here's the deal with Buck Showalter to all you Mets fans out there. He's a very good regular season manager, Vet. But he can never seem to get the teams. He can build them up, but he can never get them to the promised land. Aaron Ben Shlomo, you know about that. 40 years and 40 nights. Wandering deserts. What do you think, Vet?
Wait, what? You think Buck Showalter was past life? Is that what you're saying?
Absolutely. What did you say? You broke up.
I said, what are you saying? That Buck Showalter was Moses in a past life?
No. Maybe Esau. Like a lower level, Jacob. Well, Jacob's pretty high level. Anyway.
Well, tell me what you think of this, Ray, because I've had this theory that, of all the major sports that have managers, don't you feel like baseball, the manager is the most useless out of all the sports? Not that they're totally useless, but of those, are they the least necessary? Now, you mean to tell me that the whole team can't just go out there and figure out basically what to do? Hey, I got a fast guy on base. I think maybe I should steal. I think they know what to do.
I think basketball would probably be because I think basketball would probably let's be real. I could coach the Golden State Warriors and they make the playoffs. I'd be like, all right, Curry, you shoot it. A lot.
Okay, true, but for every one of those, there's whatever. I can't think of an example.
It's quite the opposite. I think that baseball, possibly out of any sport, no, maybe football. football really needs their head coach.
Yeah, football, you need a head coach. And even in basketball, like, they constantly call timeouts and draw up plays and stuff like that too. And then when you see like a baseball timeout or whatever, it's just three guys standing around with their hands on their hips chewing, and then somebody walks away.
What about
There's
soccer?
no deep conversations.
Soccer is probably football is probably the sport that nobody needs a coach. They literally just run back and forth in the field kicking the ball. You got to get in the net. That's it. Is there any real strategy? All right, I'm tired. Please come in. You know?
Yeah, I said major sports though. So
how are my Knicks doing? They haven't started playing yet. They were preseason game today. They're 2-0 in preseason. They look really fucking good. Obi Toppin. No stopping. Obi Toppin. Remember those commercials for the hair product? She says nay to Mr. Gray. Or
yeah.
Your stash.
Didn't we pull that up on one of our episodes?
I think one of our first episodes.
Your beard is weird.
Yes.
Yeah, we did that.
Yes. Anywho, and yes, the Astros, they got past the Seattle Mariners. Yo, yesterday that game was crazy. So the Astros were down by 3 runs, and the Astros do what the Astros do. The Astros,
cheat?
Oh no, they fucking cheated. Oh, they fucking, I don't know. Oh, he just happened to hit a fucking 3-run home run. They're down 2 runs with 2 outs left. With 1 out left, you know, they had 2 outs on him. And fucking Jose Cuervo, whatever the fuck the guy's name is, hits a fucking shot. Like he knew it was coming.
To work.
The pitcher was like, winked. Anywho. The Braves go down to the Phillies. 7-6. They were also getting their ass kicked, the Braves, and then they came back. And the Padres lost to the Dodgers. So there you go. There goes your baseball recap. And I'll be doing this every fucking week. God damn it! I don't care. I don't care what you say. But other than that, Vet, everything is good. We're about to jump into the 3 count. There is so much wrestling news today.
Okay.
And some other shit too, man. So.
Other shit.
Yeah, it's other shit. But how have you been doing? How's your stream? Your streaming? I heard you're going on Netflix.
Going to Netflix. That's right. I've got a limited series. Stream's fine. Just playing some Halloween sort of themed games. Like they're not all like jump scare games, but I'm trying to. Oh, maybe this Friday I'll special request from Liz. She said she would watch if I played Little Nightmares.
Little Nightmares.
Yeah.
And Liz, I genuinely and personally love you. I think you've been Hameen stealing my gimmick, calling her the lovely Elizabeth. I see lust in your eyes, Ben. But your team sucks. They hit like 4th graders. They need about 2 or 3 big bats. Great pitching, tons of hunger, great defensive team. Seriously, the Cleveland Indians or the Guardians of the Galaxy, of the Guardians of Cleveland.
That's so. Have you? Let me throw this out there too. Well,
Sure.
just a sidebar on that topic, right? Of
So
all
much.
the erasing of former team names and mascots and things. Now, granted, Cleveland had what could be considered the all-time most offensive looking logo. Like
Could be.
100%. That's got to take the cake, but. Nonetheless, like even when you take away when you have people campaigning to take away things like the Atlanta Braves, for example, like people demanding they change the name of the Atlanta Braves. Think about what you're really doing. Even though the representation is not exactly, the best,
Right.
but now you're erasing it entirely. Now it's like we don't want to have anything Native American at all anywhere. This is like finishing the genocide. Get rid of all the logos, team names, get them out of here. And they make it seem like they're doing it because it's offensive, but no, bro, this is the cherry on top of the mass murders.
I had this conversation with one of my residents. He and I have very, very similar political views. And I said, the Redskins, I kind of get it. It's like if they named the team the New York Black People.
Yeah, that one. But the logo was cool looking.
Dope. It was awesome. The Pittsburgh Puerto Ricans. Yeah. The Washington
Well,
white people.
I mean, if that's who's on the team.
Right, but I get it. But the fucking the Braves, that's you know,
Good word, strong.
Seminoles. You know, what's the other team?
There's a lot of them.
Redskins. Chiefs. Ooh.
Yeah, they want to cancel Chiefs. Like, why? It's just there's
the
nothing.
Fucking Chief.
Yeah.
Anyway, not fair. But you know what, Vet? Before we even do the 3 count, I totally forgot, brother. It is time.
Acknowledge me. Acknowledge me. You're gonna acknowledge me. You there, sitting at home. Acknowledge me.
It is time to acknowledge. Oh, the Vet with memory, right? I can see the memories of boobies flashing in his face. People running quickly. Great Benny Hill. Big props. Aaron Ben Shlomo. Did you love Benny Hill show? Let's be honest.
I never watched 1 second of Benny Hill show.
What?
I only know this reference. I know the music. I know the reference. I know the thing where the people are running into different doors and hallways and stuff like that. And so I get the joke. Never watched it in my life.
Damn,
ever.
dude, go to YouTube. Just watch a couple episodes. They're offensive now.
Okay.
Very offensive.
Okay.
And very risque.
All right.
Anyway, we have Aaron Ben Shlomo. He's in the house. I wanted something a little more upbeat. You know, something to get the guys going. Aaron Ben Shlomo, very first. Hello, he says hello. This is his first post. Hello, happy Hispanic month. I didn't know we had a month.
The Pittsburgh Puerto Ricans are celebrating.
Lab Rat, morning regular size Ray. No, I am fat fuck Ray.
Why were you celebrating?
I'm just fat now.
Oh, okay.
We have Yohimbo. He's in the house. Dan Heffron. I'm actually putting up all your first little gimmicks here. What do you call them? The comments. We have the Mighty Bobo. He's in the house. The Mighty Bobo. We cannot have a show without Frank's Pickle Barrel Ass. The incredible brother of the 4-time WWE champ. No, 1-time? 2-time champ? Jinder Mahal? One time. Jinder Mahal, who misses 2.0. It's the lovely Elizabeth. I just say Elizabeth. Oh, yeah. Elizabeth. Morning, guys. My team sucks. Oh, yeah. Listen, I've been going back and forth with Russo on Twitter.
Saw that.
You know? I guess he never watches baseball, bro. Anywho. Did I say Dan Heffron? Because he's here. Said that. All right, let's see what else we got. I feel like we're missing some people here. Of course. Adam Finch, he has the power. Cancel Big Ray for that slip up. What are you talking about? What slip up?
That was when you accidentally said Cleveland Indians.
God damn it.
Oh my God, who the hell cares?
Al Robinson, bonjour, mon ami. You speak any languages besides English?
You talking to Al Robinson?
I'm talking to you.
Nah. Little. I understand a little Spanish and a little Japanese, but that's it.
Hey. So I got.
That means yes.
The very sexy Impact Wrestling Fan of the Year, John Enright, is in the house. What's up, John? I miss John. I want to do a show with John. I haven't done a show with John in so long. I miss him. And I miss James McIver. I can't do it. I tell you, I can't do the Scottish accent. James McIver. That's Irish.
Yeah.
Wrong parts of.
We can work on that.
We should do that. That would be fun. I would love to do that. Anyway, I think that might be everybody. Oh no!
What about? Yeah, I was gonna say.
It's cold. XX blooded. XX in the house.
And Sergio was in here for a second. Saw
I don't see Sergio.
he was in here, and then I'm looking at the comments.
Elizabeth started yelling at Sergio. Yeah.
And co-host of Impact Attack with myself, Miss Tia the Transarchist was in here, chiming in on the. He's in one of the YouTube chats.
God damn it.
He was talking.
Oh,
about
there he is. Hey yo.
Sergio.
Anyway. All right. And that should be it, I think. John Enright, Dan Heffron. Yeah, I think I've mentioned everybody.
Canada Spaceman.
Where?
I see Canada Spaceman.
You see Canada Spaceman.
He says, "Did you know HMG's Greek Papadon versus Brian Cage was on AEW Dark yesterday? Taped last week in Washington D.C."
I sure did watch that. And I was hey Kevin Panetta, I'd buy that for $1.
That's right, sexy time.
It's very sexy. That's Sergio Rango. I think that's everybody. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the 3 count. Just like in Impact Wrestling, we take it nice and slow. I loved your intro, by the way, Impact Wrestling this week, Impact Attack. Where you guys sounded like you guys were doing a talk radio show with the cheesy music in the background.
Yeah, Ben was playing with that before, and then the Transarchist decided to throw that on there, and I just went with it.
It was very sexy. But not
and then YouTube fucked up, and then we did it a second time.
I saw that.
So that's probably the one you heard.
You did a 49-second show.
Yeah.
The 3 count. 3 count.
This is the 3 count with today's biggest stories in pro wrestling, world news, pop culture, sports, and more. And now, back to Big Ray and the Vet.
I'm hurt and I'm old and I'm fucking tired and I work with fucking children.
It is a 3 count.
Why are people mad at CM Punk for that?
Huh?
How could people be mad at CM Punk for that?
I think he was being very accurate because he is old, he is tired, and he is working with fucking children. I got to pull this up real quick. Ben Hameen just sent me this story. Last week we broke the news. Well, we didn't break any fucking news. We reported the news. Let me just read this here. Let me just put this here. Okay. I'm gonna read the the title verbatim. You're gonna love this, Vet. You ready? WWE's new director of long-term creative, Rob Free, already has massive backstage heat. Let me read this here. Bray Wyatt's return to WWE was well received by fans. You can stop me anytime, okay? Was well received.
Okay, I wasn't received by me. That shit sucked. All right,
Jesus.
continue.
It was fucking awesome. Stop it.
Was it really?
I loved it. Yeah, I did.
You really loved it. You were sitting there like, oh my God, look, a spotlight on a guy.
Yeah.
Oh my God, look, another spotlight on another guy. 5 minutes later, okay, we've put all the spotlights on all the guys. And then there's another guy coming out of a spotlight. Hey, it's that fat guy. Yes, he's back.
He's not fat. It was the angle. And his Extreme Rule closing angle had a fantastic build with White Rabbits galore. That being said, the amazing moment for the WWE was accomplished with some. Wait, what is this? Oh, the amazing moment for WWE was accompanied by some backstage drama. Ringside News exclusively reported that the new director of long-term creative, Rob Free, told people backstage at Extreme Rules that he was brought in to make sure Bray Wyatt's return went down correctly. Okay. We have since all witnessed the newly hired WWE staffer send a public happy birthday message to Tony Khan. Story doesn't stop there.
Wait, you're saying Rob Free sent a birthday message to Tony? Okay.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
Okay. What about the whole walking around saying I'm making sure everything is done correctly? The Bray Wyatt thing.
Oh yeah, that's everybody loves that at WWE. They love being insinuated that they're not doing things correctly, even though that's true. They're not.
We were told by a tenured member of the staff that Rob Free has some massive heat. The fact is, he's also taking credit for Bray Wyatt's return in a lot of ways. There's a quotation here. This is a quoted gimmick here. It says, between telling everyone backstage at Raw how great he is because of Bray Wyatt's return and this, he's not making a lot of friends around here, one source said. He was so arrogant to the writers, talking down to everyone as if he was the boss. We were also told that he treated assistants like, and I quote, pieces of shit. He spoke down to most of every writer on the staff. On top of that, Rob Free takes credit for, okay, we already know that. So basically, this guy's going backstage saying, treating people like shit. So you have no problem with him sending a happy birthday to Tony Khan. But there is a problem with him saying, we're going to get this shit done right. My way, pal. Bet, floor is yours.
Hey, look, first of all, this is ringside news, right? So
Ben sent it to me, and I think if Ben sent it to me, he just sent it as a link, and he probably heard the news and just wanted to find something for me. Does that make sense?
Maybe it makes sense.
That's what he does.
Then again, I don't know. So if I don't know, I'm not going to speak authoritatively on it. But I will confirm that nobody likes anybody nobody in WWE likes anybody acting like a somebody ever. It doesn't matter whether they're justified in doing it or not. If you can get massive backstage heat for the most innocent of things that you just couldn't have possibly known, because no normal human being would have ever thought that could cause massive heat. So I don't know if this guy is really like that, if somebody's blowing this out of proportion, if stuff is, being misreported, or there's a telephone game where we're losing something in the translation, if people have agendas, not to be confused with gindas.
Right. Two different things. Gindas are way more over.
So I don't know.
Okay. As a person that's been in the locker room, that I'm asking you this question, and me who grew up around the locker room and people, work with people in the locker room.
Sure. Now, Ray, if you're in a legitimate sports locker room, it's a little different. But okay. Continue with your line of questioning.
Well, I kind of see how this could be bullshit. I could see how it could be true. But I could absolutely see, knowing the way wrestlers are backstage and the politicians in professional wrestling, how they can just take. Maybe the guy says, "Oh man, this coffee, I just wanted some half and half. I'm sorry. Would you mind returning that coffee?" Oh God, this guy's a piece of shit. I had to fucking drive a whole fucking minute and a half back to Starbucks. You know what I'm saying?
How many times have you seen somebody at a job stand around and talk to another coworker complaining about how their boss is always on them to get to work?
Fucking work. That's your job.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's a good point there.
So, I don't know. I gotta, what I would love to do is, and I don't have time because I have a life, I would love to do some research. And Scott Woodford's in the house. I just want to give him a shout out and some love. I would love to do some research, see if this is a thing. Like, if he's known for this, I'm sure it's out there. Now, if we don't find anything, then it's probably bullshit. So
yeah, and like I say, this shit could so easily. I'm just gonna give you an example. I'm not saying what I believe or don't believe, but here's an example. He could have been standing around backstage talking to somebody, and he could have been overheard saying something like, "Yeah, they really wanted to get this Bray Wyatt thing right, and they're stressing about it, so they came to me and they told me, blah blah blah." And then someone could hear that and be like, "Oh, so this guy thinks he's going to save Bray Wyatt, huh?" Like that's the kind of stuff that can happen.
There it is.
But maybe he really is like that. I don't know. I don't know this dude. I don't know.
Sorry.
I thought you're gonna MC this whole thing.
I took the mic fucking. I was trying to adjust the mic and I pulled the cord out. All right, so we don't know what the fuck. It could be real, could be fake, could be a work, could be not, could be people just being very jealous of the fact that they've been working on getting that spot for quite some time, and or one of their buddies didn't get a job because, who knows. But the wrestling business is extremely fickle. All right, I'm gonna pull this soundbite here, and Vet, you tell me if you are offended by this. Okay, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Play again. The ball comes out right there.
Oh, I know what this is.
Yes.
Sorry?
I said I know what this is.
He's going to the ground with Carr. His body's there. It's just where it is.
It's too much. I mean, my hope is the competition committee looks at this next set of meetings and, we take the dresses off.
Second.
Yes, boy!
Troy Aikman is in some hot water, brother. Apparently, as you can see there, he says, and I quote, "My hope is that the NFL competition committee looks at this in the next set of meetings. We take the dresses off." Are you surprised that an alpha male who's super rich, who's won multiple championships in one of the most testosterone-filled sports in the history of the world and played for the rightest of right states in Texas, would say something like that? Something like that's something Grandpa would say.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, don't open the door if it's a black guy. He probably doesn't mean anything by it. Even though Grandpa really needs to go to the home at that point.
Right.
But what do you think, Vet? Like, what were you offended by this? By the whole "we take the dresses off"? I mean, that could be sexy, bro. Like Kevin Panetta.
That's right. Let's get him to take the dress off. But I mean, am I offended? No, of course not.
Question is, should people be offended by this?
Well, it's up to you what you want to get offended by and how much free time you have to complain about it. But
exactly.
But I don't think so. It's just kind of annoying when even people that don't like that he said it, like they genuinely are kind of bothered when they hear it, they still are supposed to just go, it's just a figure of speech, whatever. He's old, whatever. Figure of speech. On the other hand, though, because I don't think this is like a very egregious thing. I think you could probably easily miss this, even if you were watching Monday Night Football. You might have just missed that he said that, and not been, you might not have heard it, or you might have had the sound down, or whatever. Or you've been in the other room or whatever, so you could have easily missed this. It wasn't like a big deal, but even for things that are like a bigger deal that people like to complain and pretend to get offended at stuff like this, like knowing that if you're in the public eye, if you're a broadcaster, you do have to just to avoid anybody complaining at you, you do have to try to mitigate the instances of things that you could say like this, just to make your own life easier, and for no other reason than that.
Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough.
I just don't like, let me put it another way. I just don't like it when somebody gets, like someone will say something like this. They probably don't mean anything by it. Then there's a backlash, and then they're surprised there's a backlash. It's one thing if they're like, okay, yeah, I shouldn't have said that. Sorry. Right. And whatever. But some people like make this whole thing like, people are just so easily offended. And, you kind of should know if that's your job. You should know what people are going to get offended at. So be aware.
That's a fact. I have buried this soundbite somewhere, and I don't even know if I still have it. And I'm actually very fucking sad that I don't have it here, because it would have been perfect for it. I don't know. Yeah. I'll just do it myself.
Then you shouldn't have said it.
Found it. Hey, Vet, if I said three names: Vincent. What is it? What are the three names? Bateman and Dutch. Do you know who these people are?
Vincent, what is it?
Bateman and Dutch. I'll show you a picture.
Okay.
These people. You know these people?
Oh.
The Righteous.
Well, yeah. Yeah, well, that you got the finger pointing on is Vinny Marsalia.
Mm-hmm.
The Bateman guy, I've seen him before. He's fucking rotten, by the way.
Okay.
And who's this other Swamp Hillbilly that's doing his own Bray Wyatt cosplay?
Dutch. So these people were backstage at the WWE at a couple of WWE events, and apparently
were they ushered out quickly?
No,
by security.
Former ROH, what are they, trios champions or tag team champions or whatever. Yeah. So apparently, it says earlier this year, death before design, the Righteous, Vincent, Bateman, and Dutch dropped their ROH six-man's tag team championship to Dalton Castle and the boys. Since then, the Righteous have been. All right. So anyway, according to PW Insider, Vincent and Dutch, two of them. So which are the two? Which are Vincent and Dutch? The one that doesn't look old?
The two on the right, I guess.
Let me see. Hold on.
And who's that lady? Was she not backstage?
She wasn't. She should be. She's kind of like dirty sexy. But all right, so I could see these two guys getting over. Huh? Hello? My life. Hello? Hello? Am I still on, guys? I need to know if I'm still on. Maybe if I back out. So I'm still on. Okay. All right. Thank you. I had no idea. I think the vet is frozen. The vet is out. So let me remove the vet for let me see. Maybe he's back. Is he back? No. Okay. So the vet, I'll leave his square there. All right. So apparently these people, and I guess the vet will call back in or whatever, but I believe these people were backstage. Does anybody in the chat know who the fuck these people are? Because I have no goddamn idea at all who they may be. I think the vet's trying to jump back on. Maybe the internet that he steals from his next door neighbors is not as strong. I don't want to remove the vet, but anywho, so former ROH trios champions, they were backstage at WWE, and it is what it is. So anyway, we'll move on. All right. So I got a couple of other news bites here. Let's see. I don't know why vet's not popping back up, but it is what it is. So check this out, guys. So apparently it is inevitable that Bo Dallas is coming back to the WWE. He's coming back to join possibly Bray Wyatt. I don't know how you guys feel about it. I think this is something that is long overdue. It says here, this is according to WrestlingNews.com. Vet, if you hear me, brother, just sign out, log out or whatever, and reset your computer or whatever. I have no idea why we're not getting you. It says Bo Dallas is scheduled to return to WWE as per Brian Alvarez on his super follower account on Twitter. I don't know what the fuck that. What is a super follower account? Is that something much better than a regular account? I don't know. I don't know what that is. But anyway, it says Alvarez tweeted from multiple sources. I would love to know who these sources are. Bo Dallas should be back very soon. Are you excited? I'm not excited. And if you're excited.
Breaking news. You're gay. More at 10.
No, I'm kidding. It's fine. But I do want to ask.
Why are you gay?
Who says I'm gay?
You are gay.
I'm just kidding, guys. It's okay to be excited. I mean, I think Bo Dallas should have been back. I mean, he should have been put in the Wyatt family long time ago. Especially when the whole Bo Dallas gimmick. And by the way, let me just rewind real quick. When Bo Dallas was doing the hobo leave thing, I thought that was going to be one of the biggest things in professional wrestling history. I don't know if I'm the only one. I'll go to the chat real quick. Guys, did you think Bo Dallas was good? Hey, what's up? Jerome is in the house, ladies and gentlemen. I'm excited. I'm just going to remove this because Vet. I don't know. Vet, text me if you can hear this. Let me see what he says. Let's see if Vet's no, Vet's not. I guess Vet doesn't care. Okay, because all I'm getting is a little streaming. You see the little gimmick here. Anyway, doesn't matter. All right, so as many of you saw, I'm reading this verbatim here. As many as you saw, Firefly Funhouse characters were brought to life, and there's a chance that Bray, one of them could have been Bo Dallas. Maybe Mercy the Buzzard, Timmy the Tulip. I don't know. Let's see what we got here in the chat. It says, Frank Spicklebauer says, Bo wants to make sure no one is banging Liv. Well, I don't know what to say about that one. I mean, she is very attractive. Seems to be, Anyway, let's see. Everybody's saying hi to Jerome. Let me see. Frank Spicklebauer says the guy playing Fiend had tattoos of Bo. Oh, very good. Bo Dallas. Bo Dallas is the former brother. The brother of fucking Kendall. What is this Kendall? I said Kendall Windham. What's Bray Wyatt's real name? Doesn't matter. Anyway, so I'm pretty excited about this, man. This is something that should have happened a long time ago, and I would love to see. I've not been following Bo Dallas at all. I have no idea what the fuck Bo Dallas is doing, or in fact ever done. And yeah, I don't know. Should I call Ben Hameen? I don't know. It is what it is. Vet hasn't even texted me, so I hope. I'm hoping that everything's okay where Vet is, because this is weird that Vet hasn't actually messaged me or texted me or anything like that. So maybe I'll just call the Vet. Should I call him? Let's try to call him. Let's see if we can do this here. We'll do it live. Let's see if this. Call Stevie. Call Stevie for what? Stevie's probably sleeping already. His day's over.
Hello.
Yo, what's up, Vet? I'm calling you on air live. What's going on?
I have no idea. The internet is not responding to anything, and yet there's no indications that it's disconnected. Like all my lights are on, and it's just I can see part of what's going on, but not everything.
That's odd.
So it's like the speeds have just been choked to like a crawl.
Okay. You want to just leave? I don't know what to tell you. Or do you want to stay on the phone?
See you guys. Thanks for tuning in. Add Opinion Haver everywhere.
Are you done? Am I doing the rest of the show by myself? I've done it before.
No, well, I don't want to, but
I don't want to either.
I don't want to. I can try unplugging stuff, but I don't know if that's going to help.
I mean,
so if you want to give me a couple minutes and stall,
I can do that. I can do that. Real quickly, Bo Dallas may be coming back to the WWE. You happy about that?
As long as everybody can believe, then yes.
Okay, very cool.
If he's going to do some other bullshit gimmick, then no.
All right. So you unplug shit. Just text me. Let me know when you're coming back if you can. If you can't, just text me. Let me know you're not coming back, and I'll run through all this news because I have a ton of news here before I get to NXT. Is that fair?
Okay. Maybe you can sing some pieces from Family Opera for the next couple minutes while
I could try to do that too. I don't think it's going to get over though, but we'll see.
We'll see. We'll see. All right. See you in a bit.
All right. Bye-bye. All right. So I'm hanging up on the Vet here. All right. So it is what it is, guys. I remember back in the day, I used to do the NXT review, not the NXT, the Impact Wrestling reviews all by myself, 2 hours long. I used to do these fucking things. Not even live. I used to just talk to a stupid camera shooting at 720p. So this ain't nothing. So check this out. Some big news. And I would love to know how you guys feel. And again, I would love to know how Vet feels, but Vet's fucking internet's not working. Nate Diaz. Do you know who Nate Diaz is, ladies and gentlemen? Nate Diaz, former UFC fighter. Nate Diaz, I could sing YMCA if you want there, Ben Shlomo, but I don't need to do that. Nate Diaz teases future in WWE photo with top executives. Let me read this real here. This is from WrestleStink.com. Nate Diaz may not have ever won a UFC championship. You know, it blows my mind. Let me just take a sip of this coffee real quick, if you don't mind. I should have coffee sipping. Anyway, it blows my mind that Nate Diaz never won a title at the UFC. And in retrospect, you know, him and his brother, two of my favorite fighters, and I think he would really get over in the WWE. Nate Diaz had to put on a couple of pounds and stuff like that, but let me tell you something. Frank Spickleborough says, and I quote, "Mexicans will always let you down." That's disgusting. That's terrible. How would you say that, bro? Mexicans are really, really good fucking people, especially when it comes to cutting your grass. But anyway, so Nate Diaz, it says, let me see. Diaz took to Instagram recently to share a photo next to WWE chairwoman and CO/CEO Stephanie McMahon. Ooh. And WWE chief content officer, whatever, fucking Triple H and Steph. Okay. So apparently, because he took a fucking picture next to these people, he's coming to the WWE. This story is full of shit. Let me see. It says friends and fans of Diaz took to the comments and most celebrate Diaz's hustle, TV personality. Do you guys like Nate Diaz and Nick Diaz? This is Nate Diaz, the older brother, right? Or the younger brother. No, yeah, Nick is the older brother, right? Fine. Yeah, I don't care. I don't care. Nick Diaz, I think his let me see what Mike Martin says here. What's up, Mike? He says Nate's great for UFC. His lack of character and acting ability will not translate. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, he has the tough guy look. That'll get over. But other than that, yeah, I guess you're right, man. I don't know if Nick or Nate or any of those fucking guys. They tried. Do you remember when they tried to bring in what's his name, old killer, Velasquez? When they tried to bring him into wrestling and it didn't translate. It takes a special type. You know, you look at guys like look at Ken Shamrock. Ken Shamrock that guy was like built for sports entertainment or sport entertainment. Ken Shamrock was fucking awesome. Who were some of your favorite MMA fighters who transitioned into the WWE? I'm not a fan of Ronda Rousey, guys. I got to be honest with you. Not a really big fan of Ronda Rousey. I don't like her much. There's something about her that just comes across as, I don't know, not legit. I mean, she's legit a badass. I'm sure she beat my ass. Well, I don't know. I could take care of myself. I don't know. I guess. Anywho, oh shit, ladies and gentlemen, the vet.
Cut it. Cut the shit.
Oh, sorry. What happened? So what was that?
I have no fucking. It must have been something with my router. I think the router malfunctioned. So,
all right, hold on. The vet. All right, I'm sorry. I'm just happy that you're back. I missed you.
Yeah, me too.
I used to do these fucking shows for 2 hours, bro. I was telling the people on One Wrestling by myself, but it's not the same. Like I literally,
I hate talking into space.
I don't mind talking into space.
Well, you just were making it sound like it was very difficult, so I thought we could agree on that, but apparently not. Okay.
Ben Hameen is one of the best at it.
He is.
He's really fucking good at it. But anyway,
he's to the point where like I've seen him alone on a show. I'm like, hey, you want me to just come in real quick? And he's like, I got it, buddy. Yeah,
I'm good, brother.
Like, fine.
Yeah, fuck you, vet. That's what he said.
Basically.
Thank God the vet's back. Big Ray was bringing this show down. Well, you know what? Check this out.
What happened when I was gone?
Nothing. I was just reporting the fucking news.
Bo Dallas is back. Maybe.
So Bo Dallas may be joining his brother.
What else? Anything else? Any other news?
Nate Diaz may be joining the WWE because he took a picture of Vince McMahon with Stephanie and Triple H, and I was explaining. I was asking the fans out there.
Not one of those guys knew who he was, but
nobody knows the fuck thing. But I was saying that, you know, the tough guy thing the UFC thing doesn't always translate. And I was just explaining that it takes a special person. I'm not a big fan of Ronda Rousey. I was saying Ken Shamrock, I thought, was built for this. It still is built for this, Ken Shamrock. It's very how many guys from UFC came with Tank Abbott? You know, yeah, they're tough. They have personalities in the UFC, but WWE and WCW and
Matt Riddle.
Oh, Matt Riddle's great, actually. But that's what I'm saying. It's how many UFC fighters or MMA fighters have tried to make that jump? King Mo, do you remember that? It was a big deal with him back in Impact Wrestling back in the day. All these guys jumping over, and it's very, very difficult, let's just say, I don't know. It's just not the same.
Well, it seems like a 50-50 conversion rate.
You think so?
Yeah, seems about like. Some people, it's just, I don't know. Some people are made for it. Some people get what pro wrestling's supposed to be. They already know how to work fights. So,
are you excited about Bo Dallas possibly joining his brother?
No.
Okay, nobody is. All right, we got 2 more news bites. Who the fuck is Zach Clayton?
I don't know.
This guy.
Let me see.
Sure. Show you the window here. Zach Clayton. This guy.
I don't believe I've ever seen this man.
He's all elite.
Oh, wait a minute. Was this that guy that did that thing that time?
Yeah, and he's holding a mic.
Someone came out, like he came out and did a promo or something, and then he came out and someone fucked him up. Maybe Hook. Might have been Hook came out and just fucked him up in like 20 seconds.
How funny is this? You see the way that the heads look like they're matching his body?
Ah, yeah. Even got a black vest on.
That's so cute. It says here on let me just not stop sharing. It says here on Tuesday's AEW Dark, Clayton appeared in a vignette confirming that he signed a contract with AEW. He says people will respect him now. Okay, why would they respect him now? They didn't respect him before.
I have no idea.
I don't know who Zach Clayton is. I'm sorry, guys. You know what? Let's see. Maybe this will help. Hold on. Let's see what this is. This is off Twitter, apparently. Let's see. There's a video. Hold on, let's see.
The landscape of AEW has changed indefinitely.
I'm already bored.
Officially signed a contract with All Elite Wrestling. Now, let me tell you what that means for you. Number one, you're going to respect me. You're going to worship the ground that I stand on. Number two,
so fucking
I'm going to do whatever I want to do around here. And I don't care if he likes it or not.
This is like almost like an episode of Next Level Wrestling Review without me on it. So let's just cut this.
Would you stop? Now I want to finish. I want to see what his finisher is.
His go home line.
Yeah, his go home. I'm curious. Let's see. Hold on.
Play tough guy around here. Everybody's a tough guy. So if everyone's so tough, then how about someone steps up and challenges the reality? But I'm not so sure it's going to happen. So until then, how about I remind everybody of the newest and biggest new sign on to AEW, the reality, Zach Clayton.
Is this guy Canadian?
This guy stinks.
Hey, Spaceman and Buckshot, come get your boy, man. What's up with this guy? Hey, if you put a muffin in his mouth and told him to say, "I'm hurt, I'm tired, and I work with fucking children," I think then we might have something.
That could get over.
Yeah.
Bro, that guy stinks.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's a good wrestler.
I'm fairly certain that he was on an episode of Dynamite, came out, said something, said he'd be on Rampage, and then Hook like took him out in like 10 seconds or something.
Well, he's all elite.
I guess him getting a beating from Hook got him a job.
Don't know who the fuck he is, and from what I saw here, can't really read cue cards well. Anyway.
Any other news?
One more news bite here. And I think you'll be happy with this. MLW, Major League Wrestling, finds a new streaming home with Pro Wrestling TV. Starting next month, Major League Wrestling will have a new home. MLW is joining Pro Wrestling TV, a streaming and on-demand network, linear channel that offers 24/7 pro wrestling content. MLW CEO Court Bauer confirmed the news Tuesday, revealing that the partnership officially begins November 3rd. What the fuck is Pro Wrestling TV? I didn't even know that was a thing. I swear to God, I don't know.
That's why I made the face, and I was just waiting, but the article kind of explained what it was. So,
what is that?
I think that's like one of those channels that's on, like, if you have like a satellite deal, and then they have like a million channels, and you don't know what any of them are because you never watch them. I think it's like one of those, or like if you get like Pluto TV or something, they got those stupid channels, and it's like one of those.
Oh, the one that nobody really watches. They're on your Roku.
Yeah, Roku. Pro Wrestling TV sounds, it sounds like 24-hour pro wrestling channel. That should be interesting. And then it's like everything else that you would never want to watch.
Can I tell you, Vet?
The indies that aren't good enough to get on GCW.
Can I tell you something, bro? I might have said this a couple of times, and I need the fans and the friends here and the family to know this. Okay. I love doing this show every week. And I would love just doing it for you guys. But the main reason I do this show, or one of the main reasons, is because I love talking to the Vet for 2 or 3 hours every single week.
Oh,
I like you, man.
Thanks.
You're fun.
What does that have to do with MLW?
Absolutely nothing. Sorry, I was getting a little emotional there. I just wanted to do a little follow up because I was listening to the Impact Attack as I was editing it, and it's up right now at channelattitude.com. You were saying, holy shit, Carl Anderson is still the never open weight champion in New Japan Pro Wrestling.
Right.
Well, we have an update. There will be a fortune cookie on a pole match at the next New Japan Pro Wrestling. What?
It's not accurate.
Oh, sorry. That was what I wrote.
It's a cup ramen on a pole match.
There you go. There's gonna be a belt inside, a big square belt. Looks like a SpongeBob SquarePants belt championship television.
Yeah, what's up with that championship?
I like the unique title belts.
It still looks better than the WWE championship, but I mean.
Listen, people shitting on this. Look at the fucking ROH, the original ROH championship, or the UWF championship, which is the same shit. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
According to Fightful Select, Anderson is still planning on working with the annual Tokyo Dome show, Wrestle Kingdom 17, on January 4th. Meanwhile, New Japan is still advertising his upcoming title defense against, here we go, Hikuleo. Is that right?
That's Hikuleo. That's one of Haku's sons.
No.
That's one of his sons. He's that 6'8" son.
I don't know who that
You've
is.
seen him before. You've seen Hikuleo before.
Have I?
Yes, he's the tall Tongan that's with the other two brothers.
So he's officially signed with WWE in Gallows and Anderson, but I guess he'll finish out his contract with New Japan.
Yeah, makes sense.
Bro, I took some time on the train, Vet, to watch a match between the late great Antonio Inoki and Andre the Giant in Brazil.
Is that the one where Pat Patterson won the Intercontinental Championship in a tournament? Is that the same show?
Possibly, allegedly.
Okay.
But let me just tell you something, man. No, because there was no video of that. There was no video of that.
I see.
But this was first the introductions. Was it in Japan? Anyway, it was dead silent. Andre the Giant walks into the ring. He steps over the rope. When he steps over the rope, you hear the fans. It was in Japan. The fans go, oh,
yeah.
Oh. You hear him like, oh, and then quiets down. And then Antonio Inoki walks, and it's like a crescendo of clapping. Oh, Inoki, right? He comes in the ring, and it gets quiet again. They play the two national anthems. It was... The intro was just the walk was 18 minutes long, even before the bell rang. Holy shit. Like, is this something like, wow. People complain about The Undertaker's fucking intro being long. I was like, wow, but it was just so like, it had a feeling of something big, It was like a real sports thing. I kind of miss wrestling. I really miss wrestling that way, man.
Well, I keep telling you to watch New Japan. You keep making fun of me.
Is it still that way?
Well, not 18-minute walks to the ring, but like when you even just the cameras and the angles they shoot from around the ring make it look legit. I can't explain it other than that. You just have to see it. But even though you and I quote swore on your father's grave you'd watch that match, you still haven't watched that match. So.
I want to watch me. I want to go home.
Yeah, but Antonio Inoki.
That was dope,
dude.
bro.
Just existing at a certain size in Japan made the people pop. Like, I saw a match from Japan where the Great Khali just walked out of the dressing room. Yeah, and there's And then over here, it's like Big Show's on TV every week, and everybody's like, Big Show sucks. You know, like they ruined him. There's no spectacle to it. This is all just cartoon bullshit, and that's why I couldn't be happier that Vince McMahon is gone.
Well, I'll tell you what, it's reminiscent of when I went to Madison Square Garden for the first time, 1985. I've spoken about this 1,000 times, but I remember I had cheap seats, but I remember seeing Andre the Giant. No theme music. Don't be fooled by WWE 2K. He has no theme music.
Yeah, they always try to put some bullshit in there, but
he walked to the ring, and as a child, I remember everybody like, oh, wow, like you just hear murmuring and cheering and clapping, and he slowly makes it, and he's so fucking big. Now, they say Andre the Giant was really about 6'11".
Mm-hmm. Yeah, somewhere around there. Yeah.
But my God, the girth, you know, he was an incredible human being, and I remember seeing even Macho Man coming to the ring. Who was it? Greg the Hammer Valentine, I think, had a fight against Tito Santana for the IC title when I went there that day. And it was just like, you know, these guys came to the ring, no music, no, you know, just boos and claps, and it was just different, man. It was a different world, man, back then. Now you need all this spectacle, I guess, Vet.
I mean, there's a balance between having spectacle and doing bullshit.
It's incredible. Anyway. Well, Vet, I think we've extended this as long as we could. Now, before we do this, let me just type this in. Did you enjoy this week's NXT?
Nah.
See, because I enjoyed it, and then you talked to me, and I'm like, oh, wait, I guess I didn't enjoy it.
Oh, you're talking about last week when...
Yeah, like I was like, oh,
I talked you out of it.
It was a good show. And then all of a sudden it's like, wait a second, the Vet's right. It wasn't a good show. But I felt like this week was a good show.
It was even about the same as last week.
Well, the reason why I say that is because usually I find myself on the train, as usual, checking, how much time is left, how much time is left, how much time is left.
Can I fit in an Inoki entrance?
Yeah, no kidding. But this week I didn't. And there was some shit that I've never seen before. Some crazy moves. I thought it was a pretty decent NXT, but I guess we will discuss it because, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for an NXT. It is NXT. Coming to you live from Florida, the home of hurricanes. Cold-blooded or cold XX-blooded XX says, y'all, I actually watched the show last night. What the f?
All right, well, let us know what you think in the chat as we go along.
October 11th.
Everyone give your own mini reviews in the chat.
NXT was live October 11, 2022. I think I'm coming down with something because I'm stuffy. My throat's kind of, and I'm like out of it. I don't feel like myself. Anywho.
All right. Well, good thing I'm here to usher us through this questionable episode.
Well, we'll see. But
speaking of the chat, I just had a message. See what this means to you. Someone told me to tell you hello, and this person goes by on social media the name of Iron Patriot. He wanted me to say hi to Big Ray. What does that mean?
I don't know. We follow each other. Hi.
All right, there it is. I've done my part. Now, let's get to this episode. So, as you probably immediately noticed watching this, Ray, it looks like they're finishing the look transition. to now they've got all sorts of variations of yellow stuff all over the arena. Some may be amber colored. You know, it looks like to me it kind of just looks like a lot of urine samples just all over the walls and the ceilings, and it's just very, I don't know. This is not, it's
NXT gold and white.
Yeah, or is it like
PP?
I don't know. It's just
Is it like
it doesn't look good?
Is it like? And I know you know what I'm talking about when I say this. Okay, you've gone out on a bender. You come home. You stumble inside the apartment or your house, and you go take a leak, and you miss pretty much most of the toilet. You wake up the next morning, and it looks like the NXT logo.
Mm-hmm.
The NXT backdrop.
Yeah, a little bit.
A lot of yellow, a little brownish.
Yeah, depending on how hydrated you are, that could be where you're at in the NXT in the little arena there.
Yeah.
So I didn't like it. Do you like it?
It's all right. It's better. I'll tell you something, brother. It's better. And see, this is the problem. Everybody with the golden showers, NXT golden showers. I am Patriot. Wait, what does it say? Kind of from Iron Man. I don't know. Anyway, I think we follow each other on. I don't know. Maybe I blocked them. Who knows? I don't really block. If I block anybody on social media, either I'm fucking with you, or I just like I'm done with you.
Okay.
It's not because you offended me or I'm afraid to retort. It's just like fuck. I don't block many people at all. I don't think I've blocked more than 10 people in my life.
I don't know if that's what this is about.
Here's the truth.
Okay.
I don't care.
Okay, well, we can move on. I
don't know.
I relayed my message. I'm done.
All right, cool. Hi.
So they're finishing the look here, getting rid of the Jackson Pollock, and they're adding Booker T. So Booker T's here with Vic Joseph.
Got something to say about that.
All right, well, say it now.
All right, so first, with the whole back with the color thing real quick, I like it better than the whole rainbow bullshit, but it's not saying that it's good.
Right.
You know, it's like I don't know, it's like eating fucking like you said, remember I think we mentioned this before, it's like going to 7-Eleven having one of those light bulb pizzas.
Mm-hmm.
Better than nothing.
A Mandy Rose. Get a Mandy Rose dog.
It's better than nothing. But anyway, so they bring Booker T in, and I think so. The NXT is supposed to be targeted towards a younger, hipper demographic. So they bring an almost 60-year-old black guy in to say stuff like "shuck it, duck it," and "quack quack," and use terminology that is really not used like nowadays. Like I could see like if he was sitting there and he's like, "Yo, this match is bussin'." I don't think he knows what bussin' means. Do you know what bussin' means?
Vaguely.
Right.
Just the way, just kind of how every slang from the youth of today means basically the exact same thing, but they just keep making different ones.
You would think so. Vet. But like, I think if they're gonna go young, number one, I don't know.
Well, they're not going young. They went with Booker T.
Like if Booker T is like, "Yo, I can't believe that dude. He's 730." Do you have any idea what that means? I know because I talk to my son all the time. Do you know?
No, what does that mean?
It just means he's crazy.
And why does it mean that?
I don't know. That's what the kids are saying nowadays, apparently.
Is 730 is that like some sort of a guidance counselor code for?
I'll give you one more. One quick one. All right. What's her name, baby girl? What's her name again? Over there in AEW.
Oh, Saraya.
Saraya. Yo, that chick is Baba. What does that mean?
Mm-hmm.
She is promiscuous.
And why does it mean that?
Don't know. That's what the kids are saying, yo. I still have my ears to the streets, but so this is the point I'm trying to make, though. You're trying to target a young demographic. Now, for me, I like Booker T a lot. I actually love Booker T on commentary. I think he's going to totally overshadow what's his name, Vic Joseph. Not a big fan of him. And I have to retract something I said on Twitter, and I might actually delete this tweet. Or maybe it wasn't this Twitter. I think it was on Instagram. I'm not Instagram, YouTube. You know the Irish guy that's doing Raw?
Yeah. Kevin Patrick or some shit.
I'm going to give the guy a shot. And this is why. Because, you see Kevin Patrick, he's backstage, and he's all smiley and very happy. Oh, how you doing today? I'm going to interview. But when he's calling the show, he turned into a different animal, I thought.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, you remember you saw Vince McMahon's Kevin Patrick.
Yeah, I'm going to give the kid a chance. But this guy, Vic Joseph, there's something I really don't like about him. I can't pinpoint it. Do you know what I mean, or?
Yes, I know exactly what you mean. What you're referring to is the Michael Cole syndrome, where they have gotten Michael Cole in there like 30 years ago, and then they've had him take over training announcers after Jim Ross, and then everybody that comes in after him is basically like a posable mannequin that has sound bites that they can say, and then so they all sound like versions of him,
right?
And it's the worst thing ever because he's the worst thing ever. So Vic Joseph is just like, it's like, when you used to make copies of tapes and you would tape off the copied tape and then you tape off the copied tape and then so on and so on. The sound degrades and things like that. It's very similar. You're getting like a 5th, 6th, 7th degree removed Michael Cole, and that's what Vic Joseph is.
Jerome Hall says, and I quote, "I don't understand any of these new slang terms."
Yeah.
There's still stuff that they say though, like "yo, bet." Like if I say "bet," you know what that means, right? Yeah, I agree.
Right.
Or, but if I said something to you like, "Yo, that chick is basic," what do you think that means?
Well, basic usually means plain.
Yeah, boring. Right. Vic Joseph is basic.
Mm-hmm.
He's meh, as some of the kids say nowadays as well. Meh.
Yeah, The Simpsons invented that, so the kids can't take credit for it.
But like you love Becky Lynch, right? But I heard that she's beastie backstage. You know what that means?
What does that mean?
It means that she has a very unpleasant odor about her.
You have never heard that.
I have heard that.
You've never heard that.
I have heard that.
Look, if Becky Lynch has gone out there and put on a 20-minute main event, okay, I don't want to hear what people say she smells like walking by them.
All right, book it. That's actually a term they use. Book it.
Book it. Shucky ducky, quack, quack. All right. Did you ever see...
That's great.
You know how... you remember when Booker T would be on those panels and he would have a shucky ducky, quack, quack moment of the week?
Absolutely.
And then there would be like a little duck, a little rubber duck pops up with a splashing sound, and then the rubber duck has Booker T's braids on it.
Absolutely.
So that's what NXT needs.
That was racist.
No.
Oh. Okay.
No.
Why did the duck have to have I don't know.
It's actually representation for for ducks that don't have a voice, It's inclusive.
You know what I need
inclusive
right
duck.
Now? I need just a little bit of chief so I can get mad chopped.
All right. Stop saying slang things that you pulled up Urban Dictionary on the side.
No, I don't have.
And you can tell because CHI and CHO are next to each other in the
Oh
dictionary.
no, that's just a coincidence.
All right. Anyway,
What?
let's start with the first match, which is Junior versus Big Body Javi.
Who?
Exactly. And then JD comes to the desk. Okay. So he's going to do a little bit of commentary with Booker. So right off the bat, we got a brand new commentary team. And then we just get a third man right off the bat with JD McDonough. So he's going to have a seat. All right. So this match was, come on, bro. This couldn't be anything but what it was. It could have been even faster. Really.
Yeah, I thought it was too long. They gave Body Javi way too much.
Right.
Way too much
he didn't body Javi fast enough is the problem. No. And then Ilya came out. Is that a slang? When I say somebody gets bodied, chat, what does that mean? So Ilya comes out, and then there's like a little bit of a scuffle after Ilya comes out. I think he went to go hit somebody, and then he hit the other guy, and it was like, so what? We're all fighting. Like that kind of thing. What did you make of all this?
Meh. No, I don't know. First, like I said, I think they gave Big Body way too much time. Post match, you have Ilya Dragunov comes in, JD McDonough comes in, hits the headbutt. It's so wrestling, so 80s wrestling. That's what it is. It's where the baby face mistakenly hits the other baby face, even though it's okay that the baby face hits the other baby face, because guess what? That baby face is trying to take your title. Mm-hmm. What's the big deal?
Yeah, that's the business you're in.
You're
only there to do that thing.
Did you know kids call each other green when, like, in wrestling?
Do they really?
Yeah. Like when I was telling Aiden, I was like, we were talking wrestling. I was like, that kid is too green, and he knew exactly what I was talking about, even though it wasn't affiliated with the wrestling term.
Oh yeah, another thing, Ray, that I've noticed with the youth of today is that they take stuff that's been around forever and act like they discovered it.
They do.
Have you noticed that?
Like sagging pants.
Yeah, that or the slang or anything. Concepts of things. There was a funny meme my brother showed me. That wasn't a meme. It was just like a clip of like an old match from Monday Night Raw or something where they had 1, 2, 3 Kid, doing like a comeback spot on somebody, and like the caption that somebody had put when they posted this was, "I didn't know young X-Pac could go."
No.
All right. Yeah.
No, they did not say that.
They said it.
Tell me you did not just say that.
They said it.
Is that on point?
It was almost Triple H. So I would practice that one in the mirror a little bit, but you're close.
Tell me you did not just say that.
Better.
Okay, I'll work on
it. We got an Alba Fire vignette.
All right, we're done.
Talk about working on it.
I'm going to make a statement and a promise to you guys. If Alba Fire becomes the NXT Women's Champion, Vet, when we review these shows, you will have to review the match, and I will just sit along and be like, I'm putting my socks on.
Oh, you're gonna have a router issue?
I did not give a fuck about her, and I do not, listen to me, give a fuck. She is whack. She is terrible. She is awful. She is not good.
And that's just this vignette.
I do not want her to be on my TV. I don't like her. I don't think she's special. I don't think she's good. So why are they shoving her down our throats? Why? Whatever.
I don't know.
Whatever. You know what it is?
I'm hurt and I'm old and I'm fucking tired and I work with fucking children.
Is that Zach Clayton?
It is.
So we get a short package about the trilogy, and then we get into Axiom versus Fraser 3.
Bro, come on. This shit was crazy.
Axiom versus Fraser 3, forced to fight.
These guys were so close to killing each other on so many different I can't even remember how many moves. What the fuck? The way they. All right, first I gotta ask you: did you like this match?
Axiom versus Fraser 3, the domination.
Did you like this match?
Did I like the match? Did I? No,
I thought this was fucking great, bro. I had so much fun watching this match. I love the way the guys were reversing out of crazy moves and doing some shit. There was a spot, I can't remember what it was exactly, where Axiom, I think, flew in between the ropes and did some type of power bomb. Like, I'm like how the fuck did they even get into these positions to do these things? Listen, these two guys are both super athletic. And for me, they don't come across as flippy. I don't know if that makes sense.
What the fuck was that thing they did on the top rope right before the break where it was like they were both up there and then Axiom was Nathan Fraser fell down like he was going to do like a split-legged moonsault, but then he just fell off and then Axiom fell over and it was like nobody knew what to do. It was very confusing.
There was just a lot of crazy shit.
Well, that was not a designed thing. That's going to be on Botchamania. Well, Fraser wins. He wins the trilogy, and he goes on to the Snavitz.
It was the sliding German suplex between the ropes.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if I've ever seen that done before.
Oh,
and
yeah.
And with the two big Hicks, the tag team match we'll talk about later, they did some crazy shit I never seen before either. We'll talk about that. But so Frazier, he gets a North American. He's going to be part of that ladder match at Halloween Havok. That's next Saturday, right? Not this Saturday.
Yeah, it's a little bit away.
A week from Saturday, right? Okay.
Also, I noticed, now, this doesn't have anything to do with the match per se, but the picture-in-picture, when they went to break, they still have the Jackson Pollock and the 2.0 in the corner for the picture-in-picture. So they didn't change that out. That's a little oversight on their part. They're going to have to...
Did not notice that part, my friend.
Yeah. All right. So Mackenzie interviews Ilya Dragunov in the parking lot as he's trying to leave. And then someone pulls up. Who pulls up?
Grayson Waller.
Yeah.
Waller.
And then he's like, "Hey, where you going?" And then Dragunov's like, "I'm leaving." And then he said something like, "Why are you wearing your grandmother's glasses?"
Huh.
And then
It's funny because my mother's wearing those glasses because she had cataract surgery the other day.
So yeah, Waller's wearing those glasses, and then he tries to make excuses for why he's wearing the glasses, and then basically this ends up where Dragunov's like, "Okay, I won't leave." Well, and then he's like, "No, I didn't mean it like that," because he knows that means Dragunov and he are going to have a match. It's a good thing they didn't have a main event booked for this show because Dragunov was about to leave. And it's a good thing that Waller was late to work and ran into him out there. Otherwise, we wouldn't have had a main event tonight.
Bro, let me ask you a question. You ever had pink eye before?
I don't think so, but maybe, probably.
How long does pink eye take to get better, more or less?
A few days.
Few days. This dude got stabbed in both eyes underneath a ring last week.
That's different than pink eye.
He was bleeding out of his eye sockets.
That's stab eye.
He was bleeding out of his eye sockets. Mm-hmm. He's wearing cataract glasses. Mm-hmm. And he's just fine this week.
Yeah.
That's a fucking problem. Ladies and gentlemen, kids of all ages, anybody under the age
you
of,
like this show.
Anyone under the age of 30. Back in the days of ECW, Sandman was blinded. Apparently, he went about his business. He left the house. He didn't leave the house much, but when he did, he had people walking him by his arm, driving him, and he was walking around with 2 patches over his eyes. People thought he was legit blind. That's all I have to say about that. You need to stay consistent, guys. This is not believable at all. This really took me out. This really took me out. Like, what the fuck? Last week, he made a whole big thing. The guy got stabbed in his eyeballs. Oh, God, you himbo. Let me just tell you real quick. If it's an eye for an eye match, I'm not watching that match. That stupid Rey Mysterio shit they did a couple years ago.
Oh, no.
Ojo por ojo.
And then, in case you didn't know what that meant, an eye for an eye.
That's a good Rey Mysterio vet.
Thanks.
Because that's
Thanks, Eddie. Thanks, Eddie.
You're really good at impressions. I think I told you this before.
I have some.
Who's your best wrestling impression?
Oh, I don't know.
Can you give me an Undertaker?
I don't think I have an Undertaker.
Do you have? All right, can you do like, "You're in my yard"? You know that, like, "Rest in peace."
I'll try. Let me try a rest in peace. Okay. Rest in peace.
Oh yes.
Yeah, I think we could take this show on the road.
Let's do this, brother.
Or on YouTube. Hey, let's do a show on YouTube about wrestling.
Just do it. Just impersonating wrestlers.
Yeah.
As a kid, who was your favorite?
Or
wrestler?
reviewing NXT. One of the two.
Oh, I'd rather impersonate wrestlers.
Yeah. I don't know.
Eye in a pole match. We could do that, bro.
Fuck. Well, so it's the sequel to Eye. Someone's got to lose an eye first. Then it goes on the pole. See if you can put it back.
Ray's eye immediately magically grew back. It's true. Anyway, it's just
chat's on fire today. I can't even keep up with them all. But so yeah, you're right. This is stupid. Sangha will be in the corner of Valentina tonight.
So the other one's the ugly one. She's the cute one.
Whatever.
It's adorable.
So and tiny, and so
delicious.
So then Indy Hartwell comes in, and she's kind of acting like a little bit of a bitch.
Little heel.
Why?
She does the whole slow trotting. You know, when you bring in the show horse in, click clack, click clack, click clack. You know, yeah, she does that. You know,
brushing flies off the back of her
with her ponytail.
Yeah. So
yeah, she a little bit of an asshole, right?
Yeah, I didn't really think that's how the last time we saw her was, but maybe this is. Was this the last time we saw her getting beat and then crying about some shit? So I'm like, maybe this is an attitude change because she's had it up to here and she's not gonna take it anymore or something.
She's got to do something because she is fucking just dull as hell. She's dull like that guy from that we just saw the Twitter thing. I am gonna change things. You want to be a tough guy, huh? So we'll step up to me. I'm gonna phone it. What? Phone it in. What did he say?
I'm signed on. AEW signed
I'm
on
signed
me or
on.
something. I don't know. What
I am signed on.
Zach Clayton.
AEW.
You're getting more internet traction from this show, Zach Clayton, than anything that you would ever do. So anyway, yeah. So Sangha, yeah. And then okay. Then there's a.
What's HPSP stats? What's that?
That is what is that, like Pokemon?
I don't know what that is. Jerome, you have to be more specific, sir. I don't speak your lingo, sir.
I'm
old.
While we're waiting for that clarification, so Apollo is journaling in the streets, and he's next to a street light that would. Okay, like if Solo Sikoa knew where this streetlight was, he would be the new tribal chief.
Yeah.
Easy.
Well, he's almost there.
I know, but with this streetlight, that would just...
Like, what's this guy from...
Streetlight and Sammy?
From Yu-Gi-Oh? What's Yu-Gi-Oh? Not Yu-Gi-Oh. What's the Japanese cartoon everybody likes? That their characters are supposed to be the most powerful character. They would beat Superman and shit.
Oh, Dragon Ball?
That thing, yeah. Who's the main character there?
Goku?
Yeah. He Goku by the streetlight.
Yeah, he would Goku by the streetlight. So anyway, he has visions. He starts to have visions again, and some of them involve Chucky. If you notice, Chucky snuck into some of Apollo's visions right there. So a little bit of cross-promotion action. I haven't watched Chucky. I have it on my DVR. I didn't watch the episode yet. I've just been so busy. I don't even have enough time to watch the shit I want to watch. And I have to sit here and watch NXT.
I understand.
So, and I don't really want to watch Chucky, but I just feel like I should. At this point,
you saw season 1, right?
Yeah. But yeah. Yeah, what'd you think of this Apollo thing? Is this worth talking about any further? As Ray hacks up along. Oh, Ray's out of here. He can't handle it. He was so disgusted. All right. So anyway, the next thing that we get is Valentina Feroz versus Indy Hartwell, and they're having a match, and it's going about as well as you can imagine. Well, actually, they didn't screw anything up that I remember. And then Veer comes out, dressed almost identically to Sangha, even though his suit's a different color, but he's got his hair up in the same similar ponytail. And he goes up to Sangha, he whispers something to him, and then he follows out. He follows Sangha out, or no, Sangha follows Veer out, excuse me, and then Indy Hartwell wins. And then, see, this is the part where Ray needs to be on the show because we're about to talk about Indy getting acknowledgement from, yes boy, Pretty Deadly's up in the crow's nest, acting American. They've got like big cowboy hats and They got some. What else do they have? Do you guys remember what else they had? That was it's a lot of American stuff. Okay, Ray's back.
Choking.
It's choking. All right, you done choking? Okay, yeah, the beer hat. Okay, I'm just looking at Ray's background. So, yeah,
I'm not great right now.
Ray's looking pretty deadly right here. He's looking pretty deadly live in the air. He's appears to be crying, and not due to sadness, but due to respiratory complications.
Bro, I don't know what just happened. I can barely breathe.
Did you take a swig of something down the wrong pipe, or?
You gotta give me a second. I'm serious.
All right. I got to give Ray a second. So, we are. I guess we'll just continue along with this. We got Idris Enofe and Malik Blade. They come in, and I guess they want to, have a shot at Pretty Deadly because, they want tag team championships. So.
Oh God.
Yes, boy.
Okay, I think I'm okay. What the fuck? Remember I told you I feel like I was coming down my throat?
Felt like you were coming down your throat.
It's coming down with something.
And
it's like, it's intense itching.
Oh.
That made me gag. It's terrible. I know you have no gag reflex, but me, I'm
Did
different.
you remember Alba Fire's vignette? And that's
God. Hold on. The Feroz, yeah. I want to pull her upside down in the 69 position. What happened?
Oh, nothing. She lost.
Oh. And the horse was nasty at the end, right?
Yeah, a little bit, and then Pretty Deadly acknowledged her.
Pretty Deadly's fucking awesome.
You there, sitting in the ring, trotting around.
We're gonna watch sports teams or something like that. They said that was hilarious.
Yeah, a lot of. Well, I mean, just look at that picture. The hat, the two hats. They have a GO on the front and then a PD on the back.
Do they?
Yeah, they had it when they turned around. They had the PD.
Let's see. Hold on. I think I might have the. You can't really see it.
You can see it a little bit.
Yeah, I like this one better though. Remember this one from last week?
Oh, good. They went from full English to full American. And none of the stuff they were saying was inaccurate. They basically had America down to a T. So, props on that.
Vet. That was terrible. Yeah. I was gonna throw up on myself.
Yeah. Meanwhile, NXT is so interesting that Jimbo says DC Super Pet sounds super interesting.
The fuck
well, then why don't you crack open HBO Max and go watch that then, Jimbo? You're not needed here, pal.
What is that? What is
You're not going to talk about Pretty Deadly with us? Then get the hell out of here.
What is Super Pets?
It's that movie where like Dwayne Johnson played Crypto or whatever.
I'm actually interested in watching Black Adam. That shit looks cool.
I'm surprised Black Adam hasn't been canceled.
Why? Is he black?
Because the name just sounds so wrong.
Black Adam lives matter, bro.
Yeah, they really don't though.
Oh,
and that movie's going to be the shits. And
think so?
Just like everything that DC does, or half the things The Rock do. So any other thing you want to say, putting over Pretty Deadly, before we move on from this entirely?
Well, I mean, what else can you say? These guys are great. Like great. They're fucking great, dude. I think one of the guys shaved their chest. Which one?
That would have been Elton. I think Elton had the hairy chest last week.
And then it looks like this week, the other guy has the hairy chest. Do they alternate hairy chest? Do they do that?
That's quick growth. You can get a whole hairy chest in 1 week.
Yeah, I can get a hairy face in 1 week.
True, but it should grow at different speeds, right? Anyway, Mackenzie's with Cora backstage, and she's letting Cora know that Roxy's going to SmackDown on Friday to get a friend or something. for the pick your poison challenge.
She's lucky she's fucking a Steiner because she is fucking the shits.
You're talking about
Cora Jade.
Oh, Cora Jade. Okay. And then she's like, then Cora did. I did kind of like this, even though not how they did it, but just that they did it. But Cora started like panicking a little bit, and she was like, "Do you have Rhonda's number?" And Mackenzie's like, "No." And then she's like, "Oh, whatever," and she fucks off. And then Mackenzie's like, "Actually, I do have Rhonda's number. Back to you guys," or whatever. Like that was
pretty.
That
good.
was all right. That was all right.
Yeah, she's no Paquette though.
No, she's no Paquette. Yeah, I don't think we need to say anything else about this, right? I mean, that was. There was a lot of stuff that happened, and it's pointless.
Yeah,
like
look behind you.
Yeah, come on, you're not gonna top that. So Diaz gets the jobber entrance.
Oh boy.
Okay, and then the country duo enters. So now we've got all of our 3-way tag team competitors in the ring because enough Blade came out, after Indy's match. So they were already there and talking trash to Pretty Deadly from the ring up to the crow's nest. So now we got the 3-way tag match.
This is crazy.
It was crazy.
It was crazy.
It was crazy how much I did not give a fuck.
Can I tell you though? It's crazy how much Brooks and Jensen have grown on me.
Okay.
I like them a lot.
All right.
So that move I was telling you about,
Mm-hmm.
which is the bigger guy? Jensen, right?
No, Briggs.
When Briggs is outside the ring and he picks up whoever the fuck it was, I think it was Inofi or whatever, and he throws him. Now they're outside the ring. He throws him up against the ropes, and as Inofi is rebounding off the rope, hits him with a I've never seen that in my life.
Well, neither did Booker T because
he's like, whoa, shucky ducky quack quack. Holla if you hear me. Too legit to quit.
No, too legit to quit was Finn Balor.
Bro, when he said that, how old is Finn Balor?
He's like 40.
Stop saying fucking things you think are cool, man. This motherfucker, he said, we're too legit to quit.
Well, in fairness, he's a heel, so he's probably trying to be uncool on purpose. But
oh boy. But yeah, man, that was definitely a shucky ducky quack quack move.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to get that goddamn
soundbite. Yeah. Well, Josh Briggs, like we talked about before, he sure can make a comeback. He really gets maybe more than anybody else in NXT. When he gets a hot tag or has to run off a series of moves, the crowd really seems to enjoy it.
Because he shows so much like fire and shit. The guy also, I know.
Also, he's gigantic. He's like 6'6" at least.
He lost a ton of weight. He looks really good. So good for him, man.
Yeah. Unfortunately, though, no one cares about that because Cameron Grimes comes out and he causes some interference with the dyad, and then enough Blade wins with a roll-up. They rolled up Drake.
So the team I like the least wins the match. I'll just put it that way.
Mm-hmm.
I do not like these guys. And it's just because there's something about their awkward, like, they're talented, like they're physically gifted, right? They look like Greek gods, but they have such an odd, is it me, or do they have like an odd, I don't know, sloppy kind of weird style of wrestling that is just, it just irks me. And then
yeah, it's called I haven't been doing this very long.
That, and then they have these weird, like they're supposed to be angry, but their anger looks on their face look the same as their happy look, which looks the same as their fucking sad look, which looks the same as their we're determined to beat your ass look. At least one of the guys took the sweater off this week.
Yeah, he didn't wrestle on the sweater.
Okay.
That's Chocolate Thunder's nephew.
I got something here. Let me just play this for you.
You can look at photos. I'm watching Cameron Naomi.
Oh, shucky ducky. Check this out right here. Quack, quack.
That was when Remember when they had the
Funkadactyls?
Funkadactyls? They said that is the greatest shucky ducky quack quack of all time. That one.
Okay. So Mackenzie is backstage with a Mandy Roseless Toxic Attraction. This is fucking terrible. I don't know how they keep getting allowed to talk on television, but it keeps on happening.
I noticed something. So tall giraffe with a neck with a big ass. Right? Is that what it is?
You could say Pog for short.
So Pog. So I notice now what it is about her. So her head is incredibly small, but her neck is not as long as you think it is. It's just really wide
and a little long.
It's a little long, but
if her head were bigger, it would cover more of the neck with the chin.
If her neck were thinner, take a look at her again next time, because she does this thing where she pulls her neck back, like her head back, and her chin disappears, and it's just all like fucking Kurgan neck. Remember Kurgan from the Oddities?
Mm-hmm.
That's the type of neck she has.
I see.
Sugar ducker quack quack.
All right. Well, nonetheless, Alba Fire enters the ring.
Didn't watch it.
All right. Well, did you watch this? So Kiana James. This is Kiana James time.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Because we can't just have entrances in a match. We got to split up entrances with vignettes and all this other stuff, right? Yeah, because, a young audience couldn't possibly pay attention to sequential things. Kiana James is looking to acquire Chase U, whether it's the building or the land. She's making a comment about how the land is worth more than the building, or vice versa. I don't remember what she said. But the real question I had about this vignette, besides who is her assistant, the other question I had besides that is the name on her office door. It was like a decal, but it's like, how they usually like paint the names on those, like, those office doors.
Sure.
And then in movies, like, you see the guy like scraping it off, like when somebody gets fired, whatever, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So hers is just a decal. It's just like this square sticker with her name on it. And they didn't even smooth out all the air bubbles. So like when you look at the corner, it's like a little wrinkly Kiana James with a little wrinkly thing in the corner. It's like, is this someone else's office? And could you do, and this is where Ben Hameen would say, okay, could we play this game where it's someone else's office, and then that person comes in and is like, what are you doing in my office? Type thing. Like,
I think it would be just as funny as if the camera panned a little further back and you see like brooms and mops leaned up against a wall, and then the thing peels off and it just says janitor's closet.
Yeah. That would be good, but unfortunately the office did look way too ornate to be a janitor's closet. So you'd have to redo the gimmick. Or you could do first week, she's stealing someone else's office. Then next week, she's in a closet because she, got kicked out of the office she stole. And then the janitor comes in and is like, what are you doing in my office? And
that would be funny.
Right. So
he could say a line like, you can tell a man's responsibility with the amount of keys he has on his ring.
She's like, whatever, I hate Chase U. They're
trying to destroy.
She wants to acquire. It seems like she wants to acquire, like a takeover.
Maybe turn
an NXT takeover.
Well, she says that the money, that the land that the building is sitting on is worth way more than the building itself, which leads me to believe that maybe she wants to put up a mall. Are there malls anymore? Do you have malls by you anymore?
Probably, but I have not confirmed lately.
Okay. I haven't been to a mall in maybe 10 years.
Talk about a bygone era.
Right? So much fun. You can do everything in the mall.
I go to the mall every day. It's called fucking Amazon.
How much?
And they're never out of the things I want.
How much Panda Express did you put down at malls?
Not so much Panda Express, but whenever I was in a mall, I had to get just a classic Orange Julius.
What's an Orange Julius?
What do you mean, what's an Orange Julius?
I don't know what that is.
Chat, get this, man. Get him.
They don't know.
Get him, chat.
What's an Orange Julius? I don't know what that is. Tell me, please.
It's like an orange drink.
Orange
it's a
Julius.
special orange drink.
Is it like a... Oh, wait, is it like an ice cream? It tastes like the orange ice cream, vanilla ice cream thing?
A little, but it's still not quite that.
I think I know what you're talking about.
It's like crushed ice. It's got crushed ice in it.
I know what you're talking about. Yes. They call it something different over here. I think they call it an orange crush here.
Frank, Jesus, Ray.
See, look, Aaron Ben Shlomo, they don't have that shit in Israel.
Yeah, he has an excuse. He didn't know what a Beamer was. He doesn't know what Orange Julius is.
Frank's pickleberry ass is getting religious.
In America, if you don't know what an Orange Julius is, you need to get out.
I don't know what that is.
Get out.
All right. I'll go.
You ain't even as American as Pretty Deadly.
Pretty Deadly's American. Yeehaw.
Okay. All right. Well, we're going to get the Toxic Attraction entrance in progress. So we get half of RBB's gyrations cut out, which is a good thing. And then we get her in a singles match, though, which is a bad thing, against Abba Fire, which is a bad thing. And you said you left the room, right? This was...
I was on.
You were on the train and you stepped off the moving train onto the tracks and skidded around for a few blocks.
I put my finger on the phone and I just slid until I saw,
Yeah, pull the tracking bar, yeah.
Until I saw the match was over and then something happened after the match.
Okay. Canada Spaceman, do they have an orange? You have no idea what an Orange Julius is? Well,
See?
You ain't. Well, he's in Canada, though, so he can get out.
Hold on.
Where are my Americans at who love Orange Julius? I didn't know that was a coastal thing. I just thought it was a malls thing.
Yeah, nobody knows what it is. I don't know what it is. All right, it says here. Orange Julius is an American chain of fruit drink beverage stores.
Orange Julius is what happens when one of the Creed brothers decides to use self-tanner.
I was right. So the beverage is a mixture of ice, orange juice, sweetener, milk, powdered egg whites, and vanilla flavoring. So it's like a orange vanilla milkshake. I remember drinking it as a kid. Yes, we did have that. I think they called it Orange Crush by us though.
No, Orange Crush is a soda.
I know it's a soda, but that's what they used to call it in the mall that we used to go to because we didn't have malls in the city. We would have to get on.
Get sued then.
We would have to get on. It was spelled with a K, if I'm correct. We would get on a train called the PATH train at the World Trade Center, and it would take us 3 stops into New Jersey, and there the people from New York City would go to the Newport Center Mall in Newport, New Jersey. And that was our mall we used to go to watch movies and get hand jobs in the back of movie theaters.
Okay. From each other, right? Not any females, right?
From the females.
Oh.
What do you mean from each other? What do you mean, like me and my friend Jay?
Yeah.
Why would I get a hand job from Jay? I'm a man.
Oh, so he's bad at it.
I wouldn't know that. What are you talking about?
I just want to be 100% clear on this. I'm not judging anything. We could talk about Alba Fire if you want.
I like the fact that Sonya Deville fucked her up.
Yes. After Alba won the match, Sonya grabbed her from the audience. She reached out, said, "Come here."
Get over here.
And then they beat the shit out of her, and then they ended it with the shield bomb. The only thing missing was the ooh-ah, but they did every other damn thing and put her through the table. So
I did like the fact when Alba Fire fell on her neck. Because, she weighs, what, 115 going through that table? They had to really put her through that table.
Yeah.
Awkward landing.
Yeah.
Jamba Juice. What's Jamba Juice? Mike Martin says Jamba Juice.
You don't... Come on, stop it.
Bro...
Dude, Jamba Juice is not a local thing. It's one of the biggest things in the world.
Juice. I don't know what the fuck Jamba Juice is, bro. Jamba Juice. Order your favorite Jamba.
It's huge.
It's not New York.
Really?
All right. So check this out. The nearest Jamba Juice is in Elizabeth, New Jersey.
You just were talking about taking the train, so you should go to the mall in New Jersey.
Yeah, but the Twin Towers don't exist. Oh wait, they have. Oh no, they do have a Jamba over here, World Trade Center, and they have one at Madison Square Garden. I just never had one. I don't know what it is. What is the Jamba Juice?
It's just some bullshit smoothie fruit drinks and stuff.
Sugar.
God, can you people stop? Yeah, Jinder Mahal. What's Starbucks? What's that? I never heard of that.
Starbucks is awesome. I go there every day.
Yeah, but what is it though? Like,
It's
we don't have those in California.
It's the greatest laxative you'll ever drink.
All right. So speaking of laxative, we get a Schism promo on Cameron Grimes. Don't care. Wes Lee comes out. We get a Zoo Lion vignette. You want to talk about the Zoo Lion vignette?
Hold on. Where is it? Where are we?
Zoo Lion vignette?
What's the Zoo Lion? What, did I miss something?
Yeah, last week when we decided that was Nikita and Zoe.
Oh, Zoo Lion. I just love the way Nikita's breasts are oiled up in every vignette.
Yeah. You wouldn't want dry breasts. It's
no. Well, no. So, I don't know. Those two girls, shouldn't they be going for the world title? Why are they going to the tag team? Wasn't what's her name? The lesbian girl, the tall lesbian with the steroid stomach. Doesn't she wasn't she like supposed to be world champion?
Supposed to, but now she wants to be a tag team champion.
Somebody back there is dying like I was a few minutes ago.
Yeah, apparently.
Oh boy.
Yeah, so you like the oiled up breasts, and
it was fine. It was a pre-tape. I don't respect pre-tapes.
Okay. Well, do you respect the fact that security, Hank, and Quincy are all hanging out watching the pre-tape?
Well, this is interesting. So I don't know if I missed something. Did Hank grab Quincy's ass or something, or
he did the baseball pat?
And he called him Hinky or something, or Winky?
I forget what he said, but he did say something, let's, with all due respect, fruity.
So what we're having here, is this going to be some type of love gimmick between Quincy Elliott and Hank Walker?
Yep, they're going to make out in the ring.
How much do you think that sex tape would go for?
They pay you.
They would have to pay me a lot of money to watch that thing.
Throw an Alba Fire, make a threesome.
Oh, with the flaming bat.
Flaming bat. Oh yeah, you knew it.
She is just
both colors, turquoise and red. It's gonna be brown.
I think I would dig Alba Fire a little more if she was a heel. Her gimmick is not. It's not a babyface gimmick.
Well, you hated her when she was a heel too.
Yeah, but I hate her more now because she's pandering. So, yeah, dude.
Okay. All right. Well, we get Stax's entrance, so now we get because remember Wesley already came out. So, and I'm not talking about the closet. I'm just talking about it for his entrance, and then so now it's Lee versus Stax. I wrote one thing down on my notes for this.
What's that, Chief?
Socks.
So Stax Lorenzo, who was a little bit of a better wrestler than I thought he was, didn't even know he could. What else he got? I guess there was a story being told how Stax is just focusing more on hurting Wesley than winning the match. He was just going for his leg the entire match, trying to take out his leg. But didn't work out, brother. He gets pinned. He gets hit with a tornillo. A tornillo. And then after the match, I believe Trick and Mello, they come in.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember who was it? Was it Stax who tried to pander to Booker T, but he totally ignored him?
I think it was. Well, somebody did that, and Waller did it too. Two people did it.
I think it would have been. Who was it? Oh no, it might have been. What's his name? Wesley.
Was it?
I don't remember. Who cares? What's next?
Yeah, who cares? Well, before we move on, I do want to say one thing about this, even though I was putting on my socks.
Okay.
One of the reasons, as I was putting on my socks, I was glancing at this while adjusting, and I'm just, what is it? What am I supposed to do? So I do this review show, and I'm looking at these two guys, and I'm thinking to myself, what am I supposed to do when I'm looking at two men who will never accomplish anything in this company or probably any other? Like, there will never be a WrestleMania main event featuring Channing Stacks Lorenzo. I'm sorry. It's nothing against the guy. I don't care how much he could, this is one of those things like, they told me I could never make it, and I finally made it to the top and living my dream. No, you will not. You will not. Other people will. You won't. I'm just telling you that right now. And Wesley, it's going to be even harder for you. So what am I supposed to do with this? This is what sucks about NXT, is because you got guys that are like fine, but they're not bad enough to make fun of and laugh at. They're not good enough to compliment. We're just stuck here just like running down a list of things that happened because these fucking guys are all mid.
I agree. I think NXT should be a place where only the best of the best young talents go. It
used to be.
It used to be. So I agree with you 1,000%. Whereas, you're right, man. Channing Stacks, like there is a place for mid-card to have a great mid-card career. You look at think of some of the greatest think of people that in the WWE Hall of Fame. If you think about it, if you think about Kurt Hennig, he was a mid-carder. Rick Rude was kind of a mid-carder, somewhat main eventer, but you look at these greats, but these guys are not even there. Honestly, if you think about it, let's look at a guy like Scotty 2 Hotty. Mid-carder, but legendary status, kind of, I guess,
As a rib, yeah.
Yeah, as a rib. Even guys, even enhancement talents like Barry Horowitz, who made an indelible mark on the business. What's his name? Canada's greatest athlete with the fucking gimmick on his arm.
Mike Sharp.
Iron Mike Sharp. These guys are never going to make any type of. Now, Wesley had an opportunity, I think.
These guys will never even make a Mike Sharp.
Wesley had an opportunity with his tag team partner. Those guys, listen, I'm not saying they were going to be 20-time tag team champions, but I thought they were a good tag team. I enjoyed watching them.
Even just by virtue of saying that, tag teams are the mid card. Like, that's your ceiling.
Well, they are now. I mean,
and they want a tag team. What the WWE has historically loved is to have a tag team where they could break one guy off to be a star, because they knew that tag teams were never going to be anything.
Well, we grew up in a different era where tag teams were the main event. Legion of Doom, the Four Horsemen, the Rock and Roll Express, Demolition, British Bulldogs. I mean, these guys can main event anywhere. Even teams like Greg the Hammer Valentine, Brutus Beefcake, when they were tag team champions, were main eventing. And no Society reviews. We did shit on the Mets earlier, so you can shit on the Mets all you want here, my friend. But you're right, Vet. Al Snow, very good. Aaron Ben Shlomo, Al Snow. You're right. That's the ceiling, mid-card. But it wasn't always that way. You think there'll ever be a time where tag teams will be looked upon as a main event again? Or that's done?
Well, again, it's just, of course it could happen. Anybody could just decide that that's what it is. But, when we're saying that, what are we really saying? We're saying, is Triple H going to do it, right? And we know that historically we've heard that Vince McMahon just doesn't care about tag team wrestling. He'd rather put together two singles guys in tag teams than have a real tag team division. Whereas, in the NWA, tag teams could main event. You had guys the Road Warriors and shit like that. So it could happen, but they don't have a division right now, and they're going to have to rebuild one.
Who would you say? And I know this is kind of about spitballing right now, but who would you say was the last great main event tag team? I mean, do we have to go as far back as maybe the Dudley Boys, the Hardy Boys, when they were doing the broken gimmick?
I mean, main event what? Where you are?
I guess. I don't know.
Because, you could say, you could make a case for the Briscoes.
The last great tag team that could main event anywhere. The last great tag team that could main event, like the Road Warriors.
Yeah, probably Briscoes.
Really?
But it's just that, but just Ring of Honor was so small. That's what makes you question it. Like, the Briscoes could go to the WWE right now and main event a pay-per-view with a tag team match against another good tag team. But is it going to happen? No, it's not going to happen. But they're talented enough to pull it off, not only in the promos and the build, but in the match itself.
Maybe the Young Bucks.
Stop it.
See, rated RKO is exactly what the vet was talking about, where Vince would take two main eventers and make them a tag team. That doesn't really work. Yeah. So, interesting.
All right, well,
yeah, but you're right though. I agree. None of these. I watch it the same way as you, vet. Where I sit down, I'm like, what's going to come of this?
Yeah, what do you say?
All right, so the feud is over.
Well, there's a main event tag team waiting to happen behind you. But those guys, fucking Stacks and fucking Wes Lee, good luck. Good luck, gentlemen.
Maybe they become a tag team.
Yeah, that'll be the greatest tag team of all time. Main event WrestleMania against the Briscoes. Mackenzie is visiting the Toxic Lounge where Sonya says she's filling in for Mandy and she challenges Alba Fire next week. Okay, it's pretty straightforward. We get the Diamond Mine reunion in the hospital. Roddy's in there in a wheelchair with the.
I did not see this.
Oh, you didn't see it? Okay.
No, I did not. How did I miss that?
I don't know, but the Creed brothers are in the waiting room smoking cigarettes, and then they're
Were they really?
No, I was just saying that because that's the old hospital scene, right? Where like somebody's like nervously smoking a cigarette
in the hospital.
Yeah, in the hospital. That was cool back then. You guys are too young to remember. So anyway, then here comes Ivy like wheeling Roddy around the corner in a wheelchair, and he basically apologizes and stuff. And it's like, did you ever see the you ever see the movie Necessary Roughness?
Of course.
Okay, you know when like the guy goes to the hospital, he thinks he's having a heart attack, and it ends up being indigestion and all this stuff. But Robert Loggia comes back and he said,
Loggia.
Yeah, he's like, this is basically the thing where Roddy is telling the Creed brothers, win or I'll die. So,
I got to see this now. Hopefully it's on the YouTube channel or something like that. I didn't get it. Maybe when
I'm making it sound way cooler and better than it is, though.
I still got to see it though.
Keep your expectations low.
Okay.
That's funny. Then we get Jimbo says he's never seen that movie. You know what? Everybody stop what you're doing. I know I told you to stop talking about Super Pets earlier, but now stop this show, turn it off, go catch the rest on Channel Attitude later, and go watch Necessary Roughness. I believe it's from 1990. Mm-hmm. It's about a college football team that has a ragtag group of players. It's basically the movie that The Replacements ripped off, if you remember that with Keanu Reeves. But this is way better. So anyway, where are we at? Oh yeah. This is Kiana James versus Thea Hale. Robert Stone kind of interrupts this match and tries to cut a promo, and Thea Hale gives him a backdrop. And then James hits the 401k, I believe is what their finisher is called. It's like a reverse sling blade or something. And then she sexily stacks Thea Hale up on her barely legal own self and pins her for 3.
Barely legal ass.
Yeah. Well, because she folded her legs on her shoulders, so I mean.
Did you see the body slam I was talking about when they replayed it? How dangerous it looked.
Which one?
Because Robert Stone came out, you body slammed me, you made fun of me.
Oh yeah.
And they showed the body slam again. No, you were putting socks on.
No, I mean I didn't see a problem with it the first time, but you did.
Robert Loggia.
Oh, R for Robert Loggia. Oh my God, it's Robert Loggia. I remember that from Family Guy. So
for by God, it's Robert Loggia.
Yeah,
for everybody, turn around. Look, it's Robert Loggia.
All right. So speaking of Italian guys, Tony is back there, crippled up, and he's got a mystery opponent for Stacks next week.
I know who it is, and I'm just gonna take a guess.
Okay.
Who do you think it is?
I don't know.
I think it's gonna be fucking Omos.
Oh, that'd be great.
That's what I think it's gonna be. I think they'll bring him back because there was talks about bringing him back to NXT. So I wouldn't be surprised if it's gonna be. He's like, you're gonna know who it is when the music hits. It's got to be Omos.
Yeah, it's got to be. Let's make it happen.
How big will Omos look in that tiny little NXT arena?
I don't know. Pretty big.
Okay. That's what
Dragunov comes out. Then we go backstage, and then the Ridge wants Stone to stop fooling around and get locked in for his ladder match at Halloween Havok. So, okay.
Well, should. You have bigger fish to fry.
Yeah. And then Mackenzie's with Cameron Grimes. He says he's going to call somebody in WWE. And then, so then at that mention of that, Cora runs back in and she's like, I just talked to Rhea Ripley. See? Here's my phone. See? And then she's like, I'm going to Raw Monday. If Roxy's going to SmackDown, I'm going to Raw. So she's very childish.
So you're digging this.
I mean, what else am I supposed to? This is the best I'm going to get from Cora Jade. So I gotta go with it, right? And then our main event is Grayson Waller versus Ilya Dragunov.
Okay. So let me just say that I didn't give a shit about this match because it's, you know, who's gonna win. They're not gonna put. I don't think they weren't gonna put the win on fucking what's his kid's name on Grayson Waller.
But they beat Grayson Waller a lot, and he's got a match coming up at the pay-per-view too.
Grayson Waller should be the champion. He gave this guy such a. I mean, what a fight! You know, they literally beat the shit out of each other.
Really, one of them shit in the ring.
More or less.
Okay.
Well, anyway, Ilya hits his fucking torpedo flying burrito.
Yeah. Yeah, after
what do you call
Waller's walking down the aisle backwards, and then all of a sudden he gets startled by the spin the wheel, which just appears. Apparently nobody saw it. It just popped up out of nowhere and started spinning on its own. Ooh. Spooky.
See, this is so stupid.
The wheel is haunted.
The wheel is not haunted. It's a mechanical gimmick. They have remote controls for that thing.
The ghost is running the machine.
Jesus. See, those little things really fucking annoy me. You know what, Vet? You're right. This was a shit show again. God damn it. Are those the dogs of war back there?
Yes.
Okay.
Remember, I'm close to the silo.
Yeah, you're like
location.
So is it like, how is it, like an underground tunnel that connects your bunkers, or?
Yeah, I think there's we have a system of tin cans and strings. So then after the haunted wheel, you know, like you said, torpedo, then he's celebrating, and then here comes Junior, and he spears him out of his celebration like a dick. And then you see JD McDonough in the crowd doing the slow clap.
Yes. With the evil grin as they zoom into his face. And with that, that is the end of NXT. And I got to tell you something. Maybe I'll tell you again.
I'm serious. I'm not going to sit back and take this fucking shit.
What am I talking about? Again, if NXT puts the title on Alba Fire, I will not review any of her matches. I will not acknowledge her as a champion. She might as well be named vacant if she holds the title. So, just understand this, Vet.
All right, so it's like my kendo stick situation.
It's a silent protest.
You'll disavow any and all featuring of Alba Fire?
Yes. It's not fair.
I don't blame you.
Anywho, Vet, I think it's time to go home. Very good episode of Impact Attack, by the way.
Yeah. Did you like my impassioned speech in the middle where I broke down and shit on the entire wrestling business?
I did.
Thank you. I worked hard on it. If someone would like to clip that.
You know, Elizabeth, she just chimes in now. She was quiet the whole time. I just want to reach out to you. I want to extend my hand. Elizabeth, I want you to touch your computer screen. And I want your hand to touch my hand. And know that I'm with you through this very tough time as a Cleveland Guardians fan. I want you to know that just because we root for different teams and just because my team is far superior to yours doesn't make me any better. We're both humans. I love you. God be with you. Vet, what are you doing next?
Well, the next time you'll see me is probably streaming Little Nightmares on Friday morning, right around the time that we would start. 8 a.m. Pacific, 11 a.m. Eastern. So anybody wants to see me play this weird game. Have you seen that game?
No, I have not. What is it called again?
Little Nightmares. Fucking weird. Look it up. Look at the graphic style. Liz says, bite me, Ray?
Oh, wow. Does she say that? Oh,
she does say that.
That's not nice.
So, it's always fun when with sports season and rivalries and friendly trash talking.
Oh, this looks fucking cool as shit. I think Aiden would love this. Is it all on the Nintendo Switch only, or?
No, I think it's on everything.
Is it? Do you know if it's streaming on PS5 or Xbox?
I'll be using the PS5 version. Or, I mean, it's technically PS4, but
you pay for it, or is it part of the Plus?
This was a Plus. I got it free on Plus
because we got Plus.
Or whatever, yeah.
I'm gonna tell Aiden about this. It looks really fucking cool. I like this. This is right up my son's alley. You and my son have a lot in common when it comes to gaming. This is dope, bro. This is fucking cool.
So yeah, probably that on Friday, and then whenever I get done with that game, got some other stuff. Resident Evil, the new Ghostbusters game's coming out later. I'll be giving that a try, whatever day that is. Resident Evil 8 Village stuff coming out at the end of the month, DLC. We'll check on that. So, scary games on Twitch with Opinion Haver all month. And
what are you doing Friday the 13th?
Nothing.
On the NES.
I'm never done. That game sucks, man.
I know.
It's so bad.
You got to do like an angry video game nerd type gimmick.
Have you ever seen a speed run of it?
I have not.
Check one out. It's amazing. You'll just be like, man, fuck you. This is some guy going exactly getting the weapon he needs. Do. Yeah. I won't be playing that, but I'll be, I'll be on the Impact Attack, every Monday at 6:30 Pacific, 9:30 Eastern. It's the new start time, right in the middle of everybody's favorite stuff. Monday Night Football's going on. We're like, fuck you. Monday Night Raw's going on. We're like, fuck you. Watch our show. So that's how it is. And yeah, just keep your eyes peeled for Hami Media Group Channel Attitude. You may see me possibly anywhere at any time if you're interested. And Ray, what about yourself?
Yeah, this is it. This is all I'm doing this week. That's it.
And you can find Ray at Big Ray Hernandez on all social media platforms. He will have tweets about how great the Yankees are and how much the Mets suck. He will have Instagram stories about how great the Yankees are and how much the Mets suck. And he will have TikToks about how...
I'm done with the Mets.
I believe you tweeted something as of today, probably burying the Mets. You're saying that's the last one?
It's probably going to be the last one.
All right, but he's not guaranteeing it, so keep your eyes peeled for that.
Let me see something. Let me see if I can find this. Am I here? What am I doing? Why am I being logged out of this? There we go. All right. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. What's going on here? I'm trying to find a specific Big Ray Hernandez. Let's see if I can get this here. And we'll sign off with this. There we go. All right. Oh, Jesus. This is like impossible here. Oh, you know what? Fuck it. I'll just do it on my phone. Ladies and gentlemen, I will see you next week. Love you so much. Let me see if I can just pull this soundbite up. And here we go. Of course. This ain't working well, Vet. Here we go.
Grace.
Here we go, Vet.
Hey, how's it going? I'm Pete Alonso with the New York Mets, and if you're watching this, you just lost to the San Diego Padres.